Alrighty, YouTube, welcome back to another fantastic video. Today, I am going to cover the Facebook outage. For those of you that don't know, Facebook, Instagram, and related services are currently going through different outages. It's affecting all their services, and I'm going to go ahead and dive into it. So, those of you that don't know, there was also a whistleblower that came forward yesterday. I think it was on 60 Minutes that blew the whistle on some shady Facebook stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and start the stream by playing this video, because this is going to lead into my take on the outages. All right, let's get it rolling. This comes from CNN.
Well, on the January 6th front, she talked about the riot and how it was organized partly on Facebook. She also cited conflicts elsewhere in the world. She said the version of Facebook that exists today is tearing our societies apart and causing ethnic violence around the world. She cited Myanmar as an example. Here's what she had to say about Facebook's algorithm being at the center of these problems.
One of the consequences of how Facebook is picking out that content today is it is optimizing for content that gets engagement or reaction. But its own research is showing that content that is hateful, that is divisive, that is polarizing, it's easier to inspire people to anger than it is to other emotions.
Misinformation, angry content is enticing to people and keeps them on the platform.
Yes. Facebook has realized that if they change the algorithm to be safer, people will spend less time on the site, they'll click on less ads, they'll make less money.
So she is saying that Facebook time and time again chooses profits over safety. She is not the first person to blow the whistle from inside Facebook. Other former staffers have also called out the company. But this is coming from inside the house in a unique way. In fact, the whistleblower says her lawyers have filed 8 different complaints with the SEC in the past month. The SEC, of course, the government agency that is charged with regulating the financial world and making sure publicly traded companies don't violate the law. Her lawyers are alleging Facebook does violate the law because what it says in public is contradicted by this private internal research, and that's one of the reasons why she leaked this research to the Wall Street Journal, and now she is going public in the most public of ways, Pamela, on one of the biggest shows on television, trying to call out Facebook.
And of course, Facebook tried to get ahead of this. A top executive appeared with you on reliable sources. What more do we expect to hear from Facebook? And what more do we know about her role at Facebook? Why she would be someone of credibility to speak about this?
Yeah, she was a project manager on one of the teams that was trying to combat misinformation. And she says the more time she spent inside the company, the more concerned she became. Now, Facebook, of course, has tens of thousands of employees. And the company's argument kind of goes like this. Yes, we're not perfect. No social media platform is perfect. But we are trying our best to police the platform, to take down hate speech, to take down misinformation. That's the company's claim. But time and time again, we see they do not live up to those expectations and those promises. I spoke with Nick Clegg earlier, as you mentioned, one of the top executives at Facebook. He was trying to issue a pre-buttal to 60 Minutes. He talked about the issue regarding January 6th, saying the argument that Facebook's responsible for the riot is bogus. Here's a part of what he said.
I think if the assertion is that January the 6th can be explained because of social media, I just think that's ludicrous. The responsibility for the violence of January the 6th and the insurrection on that day lies squarely with the people who inflicted the violence and those who encouraged them, including then President Trump, and candidly, many other people elsewhere in the media who were encouraging the assertion that the election was stolen. And look, I think it gives people false comfort to assume that there must be a technological or a technical explanation for the issues of political polarization in the United States.
Sure, it's absolutely complicated, but Facebook often is an accelerant, pouring fuel on the raging fire. When it comes to something like Instagram for teen girls, the way that Instagram warps people's brains, Clegg tried to compare it to women's magazines, saying, girls used to look at women's magazines and feel bad about their bodies that way. The difference is that Instagram and Facebook and these platforms are addictive substances in a way that a magazine never, ever could be. That addictive quality is one of the reasons why this whistleblower is speaking out.
All right. So now you guys know about that part.
Now it's your chance to invest like I do in companies that make things like this.
What you might not know about that, though, is that I guess they're going to be Facebook's getting called in to go in front of Senate over some of the things that this lady said. And I don't think it was covered in that. I mean, you guys are going to kind of have to do your own research on that. But I've heard a lot of different things on it, so we're just going to have to wait and see how the story unfolds. I don't want to say anything on my channel until I know it's true. And when I'm just giving my opinion, I'll let you guys know it's my opinion. But anyways, we're going to get back to the facts here. Right now, this is coming from The Verge. Facebook is still down, along with Instagram, WhatsApp, Messenger, and Oculus VR. This is basically just explaining that earlier this morning, Facebook was reported down. Reports spiked around 11:35 a.m. Mike Schroeffer's, probably saying his name wrong, response to it was sincere apologies to everyone impacted by the outages of Facebook-powered services right now. We are experiencing networking issues, and teams are working as fast as possible to debug and restore it as fast as possible. So, basically a bunch of forum cookie-cutter response type stuff. Another thing I want to go over, and this is coming from a few different sources. This is just the page I pulled up, which happens to be the Motley Fool. Facebook stocks are plummeting. Both the whistleblower and this outage right now has currently caused Facebook stocks to go down by, and the reason I pulled this up, I want to get the exact figure. I can't see. But it was like, yeah, I don't know how much it went down, but it took a huge dip. It was billions. Well, wait. They've lost more than 12% of their value. Well over 100 billion in market capitalization since all this went down. All right, so I'm going to pretty much wrap this up and conclude what this comes down to right now. And this is where my opinion kicks in on this video. Right now, Mark Zuckerberg ain't responding to anything. Facebook services go down right after this whistleblower comes out. I think this guy's taking servers apart right now, taking magnets to them, and playing cover-up. Those of you that can't imagine life without Facebook, Instagram, and related services, this also affects Oculus VR for those of you gaming on Oculus. I suggest you start maybe possibly imagining life without Facebook. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. This is JonnyLawless signing out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Maybe you got a hot take, maybe a piece of information that I missed. If anything else develops, you best believe I'll cover it. All right. Peace out.